Tap in a second.
All right. What it do? What it do? Midwest in the building. Oh, mamas. What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Peace to the gods, goddesses, kings, queens, whatever you call yourself. Oh, mamas. What it do? Grand Rising. Good afternoon to the East Coast. Oh, mamas. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. What it do? What it do? Mary Miller, what's the word? You must have was waiting on me to go live. You was a nuance for to go live this morning. You jump right in. Hey, what it do, everybody? I hope y'all getting ready. Calling in the polar bears. Pause, bro. Yes, Lord. Negative 27 out here. Yes, it is. It's cold. Trying to stay warm. I ain't even gonna lie. I advise everybody if it's cold like that, where y'all at, you don't gotta go nowhere. Stay put. Straight up. Hey, Victor, what it do? What it do? Hey, man, Miller said I was reading and a notification came through. Yes, Lord. Hey, this that weather you can sit your groceries on the front porch and stay cold. On mamas. Don't forget the class is on the 24th. Make sure you secure your seat. Yes, Lord. What's the word? What's the word? Everybody, what is going on with y'all this AM? Make sure y'all secure y'all seat for Friday. Make sure you secure your seat for Friday. Oh, mama. But for the most part, how y'all feeling today? Did anything change in y'all life overnight? I don't know. Anybody got some testimonies? Anything they want to come up, say something, talk to the people, reaction to the presidency, inauguration, the ball, or whatever? We right here. I'm dropping the link. Shout out to Vaddy, official Vaddy. That's a real brother. Straight up. A lot of love for Vaddy. Oh, mamas. Shout out X. Oh, mamas. Freak in the motherfucking building. Oh, mamas.
What it do, bro?
Hey, man, I was up listening to that Heaven Yeah music this morning. You hear me? Get my morning started.
Yes, Lord. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
We working. We working. That's all.
Yes, Lord. Heaven, yeah.
Hey, bro, I was at the post office and I asked for them the
Uh-huh.
restricted mail stickers with the numbers on them.
Uh-huh.
And the dude was like, no, we can get them out. What you need them for? I was like,
You
shit,
talking
for
about
my
the
important
register?
documents and
You talking about the
yeah,
register sticker?
yeah,
You can get some from
yeah.
somebody. I know where you can get them from.
I got them. He ended up giving them to me, but he
Oh
was
yeah, they
like,
don't just give them out. See, you got to understand, those register things are account numbers.
mm-hmm,
So they don't get
yep,
them like they because I go get the whole roll, the roll of register. That's
yep.
what it's called, a roll of register. I used to go get the whole roll from my post office. Like who
Okay.
keep putting him up, taking him out? Because I ain't even touching it. How you putting yourself up?
Man, I put him on to the YouTube channel because family, he was like, I'm gonna give you some anyway because I know what you're trying to do. Ooh, it's like, man, a lot of people come in here trying to do that shit, but they come in here yelling at us and shit, but they don't know that we really don't know what they're talking about. They don't tell us nothing about this post office at all. Like we don't know this motherfucker is a bank. They don't teach us none of this shit. Yeah, they know this talking and shit. And I was like, all right,
Right.
you know, but it all makes sense that they intentionally leave these people lost. But he trying to get back in and shit, so I gave him your YouTube channel. He might pop up.
It's all good. Everybody more than welcome to pop up, and as long as they kind and respect the people, that's cool.
Oh yeah. I've been
Because
dealing
we
with
ain't
him for
doing nothing but register on the channel, but I get it. He could I don't care who watch the channel. I love for people to watch the channel. Make sure they
yeah,
subscribe. Make sure y'all share it and y'all like the content because all we do is try to help
mhm.
people, guide people in the right direction. There's no, there's
He said,
really
I'm sorry, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
no. I was just saying, like what we do is really just like guide people in the direction that they're trying to go. Basically,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
He said he was following Jonah Bay and shit, and that led him into nowhere. No, it's
Oh,
like, well,
and you said this is at the
so
post office?
yeah, this is the dude at the register.
Oh, wow.
You see all them letters going to the treasury. So he was like, "Man, I know what you're doing. Uh, man, I need help." He was just asking questions and shit. I was like, "Man, we just basically just
See
read the
that? I'm
instructions."
glad you said that because that just gave me more solidification that they know what's going on, but they don't understand it.
They don't. Yeah. And he was trying to elaborate why people be yelling and cussing their ass out, and he be trying to. He was like, "Bro, they really don't know, man. We don't know shit. We don't know
Right.
shit talking about." I was like, "I get it, bro. We have to figure that shit out too." So yeah, I get it.
That's what's up, though. Like, I'm glad to see more people, and that's hey. And then, bro, guess what? They were saying that TikTok went down for those little minutes
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever,
I know.
so they couldn't spread the word
Yeah,
about the coin.
my leg. I'm so mad at that though.
Yeah.
Half of the country would have been millionaires. I didn't know it started off at 18 cents.
Yeah,
Damn.
bro. I didn't either. I didn't because when you told us about that, where was it at?
It was at like 45 to 50 at that time.
Like 50 cent?
No, $50 when I got it.
Oh,
When
well,
I got it,
you see what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I'm just gonna sit on it. because it's gonna do more, but the initial jump would have made us straight.
Yeah. That 18 cents to $50. Hell yeah.
Man, they said 600 millionaires they made.
Man. Every time you see me talking about crypto, I'm open to read that shit. I sent you a video this morning, so you know I'm serious. Mama, I was like, I got to get in, man. I gotta I gotta jump. I gotta catch this shit.
But we got the right man in, so hey, really ain't no rush now. You know, ain't nobody trying to shut this shit down.
Yeah, for look like this, most countries is leaning towards that way for revenue.
Yep.
Bitcoin,
Kenya now is going to use Bitcoin. And
yeah,
crazy. Look. Now, wasn't they using gold and diamonds and silver and shit? What the fuck happened?
Because now it's like they invest into that commodity. To them, it's a commodity.
Okay.
They still can use whatever, but you got to think about it. If everything going digital, they have to have some type of digital, system, transaction system. Like motherfuckers finna be able to use Bitcoin to purchase goods and stuff like that in the US. So, motherfuckers got to get compliant.
Gotcha.
KV, put salute up. Every time I put somebody up, they come right back down. For some reason. Yes, Lord. So yeah, that crypto is
good.
Is doing this thing. Y'all just gotta understand that shit.
Yep.
But that was wild. Like he listened to Jonah Bay.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy.
He was a little salty about. Then he mentioned the old girl. Old girl with the credit claim, whatever her name was. I can't think of her name.
The Path to Freedom?
Yeah, he mentioned her too. I was like, all them niggas be caught up in controversy.
See, that's because everybody watch YouTube. And when you trying to find your way, you gonna surf, the people, the content creators that indulge in what you're looking for. So that's what's gonna pop up. And you just gotta go through it to see if, what I'm saying, if this is what you're looking for, if this is what you're trying to do, because just because they're doing something that looks similar don't mean this is exactly what you're trying to do. Just like King V showed us, like, yeah, it might sound like this or it might sound like that, but it don't go with this. This don't go with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, Lord.
You got to find out what you're looking for, what you're trying to accomplish. Then you got to move on that. You just can't go out here just grabbing everybody's procedure, thinking that everything goes together because everybody's trying to get a bag. Nope, don't work like that. You got to find out what you want to do, and then you got to find the compliancy on that shit, but then go from there. The laws, regulations, the statute, whatever you need, you gotta go dig. You gotta go do it. You got some kickback, King. Yeah, we got to go digging. That's what we do. We go dig. Insurance class is on Friday, so make sure y'all get y'all donations in for the insurance class. Oh, mama.
Oh shit, you live?
Yeah.
My
But that
bad.
was some good information. Yeah, you ain't did nothing wrong. I be wanting people to see that we ain't the only ones that's trying to get up out this shit, freak. That's why I said I'm glad you said that shit. Because I want motherfuckers to see you got federal government people that work for the government that knows that it's just something out here and they just trying to figure out how to get that shit too.
Yeah.
Straight up. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. The wrong part be is when people have you doing frivolous filings and all that bullshit
Mm-hmm.
because you don't really understand it. You just following directions from somebody. And we don't do that shit over here. We have classes. You got to read these manuals and shit. You got to understand what's going on. That's the only way you can help yourself. You ain't ever go to school and pass a test without doing some type of reading or research on the shit the test was on. Straight up. Real talk. So you got to study. You got to do some research. And that's what a lot of people learned over here that they wasn't going to be hand walked through anything or carry. It's your situation. You're looking for your remedy. I'm going to guide you that way. You find, you go find what you need and you go from there. Then you start taking the steps that you need to take, to complete whatever you're trying to do. Because everybody ain't trying to do what you trying to do. So I can't say people who shit don't work. I could just say it ain't working because everybody mixing shit because it sounds like, oh, they said they was doing this with that, or they put this with that and that with this, and they did that. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. And that's what we all were doing at the beginning because we didn't know. And like you said, they be yelling at a motherfucker and shit, but motherfucker don't know. They like this is Spanish to them, a foreign language that they trying to learn.
Yep.
I don't care how long a person been in it. If they can't respond to a question and interact with the instructor, then this ain't nothing that you heard before, nothing that you have done before. So how can it possibly go with anything that you're doing? So we can't just let forms and things dictate our moves. We have to have an understanding of those forms and why those forms are even being used. You see what I'm saying? And I get it. But for someone to be working on that side of the field and to be doing research on this and trying to, figure it out, I like that shit. It gave me more hope on mamas.
What I miss? I don't have any idea what we
Just to know that I am not the only person that knows that. What you say?
I said, what I'm missing? I don't even know what we're talking about.
No, he was saying that he went to the post office this morning, and the guy at the post office said that he described, he was watching Jonah Bay and Path to Freedom.
Okay.
He was trying to figure the shit out. He said, but Jonah Bay, he was like, they too busy yelling at motherfuckers and shit, but niggas don't know this shit. Like they trying to learn some shit that they don't know. And the instructors be getting irritated, but people just don't know. They trying to understand this shit. You think if they understood it, they'll be watching you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what a lot of people fail to realize. Like they watching because they trying to learn this shit. And the way a lot of people give it, it's hard to learn this shit because they expect you to know certain things. And if we just now hearing about it, and we trying to learn it, how in the hell we gonna know anything when we trying to learn and figure out what the fuck is going on? First of all, before we fuck with any forms or anything,
Indeed. Man,
Look, you can't get a
a
motherfucker
lot of people,
or
a
what's
lot of
you know
people don't
what's
realize,
going on with it. How can you be
a lot of people don't realize, man. Sometimes you start with rewiring the framework. Sometimes you got to teach somebody how to learn, just like your kid, right? It's the same process. If you've never done or heard of or thought of this thing conceptually, you
right?
add that child to it.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
all it is.
So when they get them unpackaged, they think that okay, I gave them this, they should be able to do that. But they don't get it. You just gave them some shit they never saw in their life before. So how they gonna understand that shit? Just by looking at it? Even if they read through it, they you know they'll have probably not even a basic understanding because there's people that be in classes that say that they know shit and then you ask them a question, they can't even respond. So I know these motherfuckers don't know.
Yep.
So that's why you got to find the right situation for you. You got to ask the Most High to guide you in the right direction. You know, for that right information. You know, for that straight up. Because there's a lot of people out here that's trying to help. Then there's a lot of people out here that's trying to help themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's the trickery. You really don't know who's trying to help no more because of how they got the streets out here in YouTube.
Well, when you get in the show, it's easy to tell.
Yeah, it's easy to tell when you get there, but it's the trust issue. Like people that been got for so much bread, they be like, shit, somebody charging something, I ain't fucking with it. You see what I'm saying? Because they done paid out so much money and ain't got no results. They like, I'm not giving nobody else no money.
That's what he said too, bro. He said that exact same shit.
I already know. I know how it goes. That's what that's why a lot of people start doing a lot of things for free. And that's why they flood it with people because it's free. And now they're like, yeah, they doing it for free, but they still not having results. They're not getting any. You know, so it never was about that. A lot of people don't understand what compliance means. They mean it's a lot of people think it mean writing whatever it say it need to be compliant on that document. Just writing whatever it say, like it need to be compliant by article or something. They just write that article number on that document and say it's compliant, UCC 3-1-08, whatever, compliant. And more verbiage, and then some more verbiage, add some other shit in code. Like, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? But then when you go to the manual and you read, and they say, hey, it need to be like this, and this is what we're gonna accept. If it's not like this, good luck. You know, basically, it's a waste of time, money, and energy to try to do it a different way or take a shortcut other than the compliant way. It's the only shortcut I know.
Yes, Lord.
And look how long these shortcuts been taking us years. All these shortcuts we've been taking. These motherfuckers still on here. Still on here from them shortcuts. Not knowing either if this is a shortcut or not even knowing if this is the right thing that I'm supposed to be doing. See? So
It's crazy because you actually breaking down what I'm going through in Telegram. I was saying, I thought about that. The rewiring, the concepts that have never been even conceived.
Right. Like what you putting on a motherfucker, bro, they ain't never heard, father. They never even thought anything like that. Even existed.
Indeed.
And even some of the brothers and sisters that's been around for a while in this, we never heard a lot of this shit. That's why when we heard it, we was like, whoa, wow. Like when we was on the phone with those people hearing that, man, that shit blew our fucking mind.
That they actually respected it, knew what it was. It was regular occurrence type thing.
Right. But it was something that we never heard, and it was regular to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I be saying, like, when you got new people coming in trying to figure, not figure you out, but trying to figure out what, they remedy, it's like you starting a brand new, your first day of school. You just meeting these motherfuckers. They don't know what's on your agenda. They don't know nothing about what you talking about. And you can't even go in thinking that they know. You got to make sure they know before you start putting stuff on them.
Even if it get tedious to the people in the group or in the class or the workshop that do know, we still got to go back if we got somebody that don't know. I get it. I understand it be frustrating, but it got to happen the same way it happened for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, because we all learn different. Like, I pick up shit fast. A lot of people don't. And we got to make sure they get it. It's because I picked it up, don't mean you're supposed to be able to pick it up like me. We learn the way we learn shit. Mamas, and I get it. That's why I let y'all answer y'all questions and shit. I don't be back there trying to stop nothing. I'll just be letting y'all flow because I understand that y'all really don't know. So they trying to find out. They really trying to figure this shit out.
Indeed. I know, I ain't talking about you, but
No, but it do. I be telling them like it get bored just listening to the same questions over and over.
But I get frustrated.
I be like kind of frustrated, but at the same time, I can't be because they ain't never heard this shit.
Indeed.
So now they hearing it, they trying to understand it, they trying to apply it, so I get it.
Sometimes you just need to hear it again. It did another way. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know it's frustrating for people that try to move on.
The questions they ask be the same questions, be in different, different forms.
Yeah.
And it'd be the same thing. But they get it. They started to get it. Just like yesterday. Right. They started to get it. And that's the only thing that matters is that they get it.
Yes, Lord.
I just want to say I thank you for having the patience, to give them the understanding so they can get it, because it takes a lot. It do, bro. It takes a lot, bro. Because you got an agenda set up, and you moving, you flowing, and then you got to pause, and then you got to go back. And then you got to go back. And then for some motherfuckers, you got to start always. You got to go back to the beginning.
Yep.
So that should be frustrating as fuck.
Yeah, 2-3 hours turned into 6 real quick.
Not because this is what we're here for. We're here for everybody to get, not one or two people.
Exactly.
So I'll, start straightening up the store. I'll play a couple games of Madden. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I'll turn the game on, play the game with the AirPod in my ear and listen to y'all and play the game. Because for the most part, I got all my mailings out. I got a lot of stuff done already. And I'm just, actually right now, I'm just waiting on my, harvest season to come in. So I could just start cutting shit down, that big bag, loading up them all my accounts, not just one, all my accounts.
Yes,
straight up. That's it. That's all. I was waiting on them checks to come in.
Disclaimer to anybody new listening or thinking about jumping in. Just leave everything. I'm not telling you to get rid of anything. I don't know what you have or what you're doing. I don't know who taught you what. I don't know how right or wrong it is. But what I do know is that if you leave all that shit to the side and focus right here, I'm going to walk you through exactly what the law says, exactly the regulations, and exactly the compliance. And when you're done, you will achieve the task at hand. You will be able to move credits through accounts the way you choose. You will be in control of your affairs entirely. I'm not going to get too much deeper right now, but I'm thinking we should have another
Yeah, we
preview
could do one.
webinar.
We could do one tomorrow. Or if you want to jump down today, that's all. It's on you.
We set it up for tomorrow.
Good.
Most
No.
of the time.
Yeah. Yes, Lord. I just say secure your seat for the class that's coming up on the 24th. That's all I say. Secure your seat. You got any questions, you can ask them right here in the comment section. You can email us right there. And y'all, for the most part, ooh, there's a draft coming from somewhere. Little King V cash out. I could use the cash out to secure y'all seats for the class on the 24th. Like I said, if you got any questions, you can ask them in the comment section or you can email us.
If you use the Cash App, leave your name in the footnote.
This is my daughter, y'all. I got to take this call.
We got Zelle for anybody who needs the Zelle payment links. They are on the old video, but we'll post them also on old videos, but we'll post them also again. Other than that, I don't really like to talk too much myself about what it is. I would rather your peers tell you. So everybody gonna say they got the best this, the best that. Oh, you got Charles up here. What's good?
What's going on, King?
I didn't even know you was there at all. What's that?
Yes, sir.
I can't be, man.
You know, I don't be saying much, man. I be trying to figure out what's going on and making sure I can stay within the perimeters of the function. You know, it's all good though.
Yes, Lord. Hey, man. Well, I do got you. I do want to ask you for your straight, honest opinion, no matter which way it is, to speak towards your experience.
Okay, here you go. Right. I'm pretty much like everybody else, man. I got a funny story. I went to the same grammar school for 10 years. Yeah, Head Start and kindergarten. Back then, they had Head Start and kindergarten at the school, and then you went 1 through 8. So that adds up to 10.
I hear you.
Yeah, so you went to Head. Yeah, no, you go to Head Start, and then you go to kindergarten at that time, and then you go to 1st through 8th. So I went to the same grammar school for 10 years, and I learned the same elementary school type of education that everybody else had. From the 5th grade on, I was scoring 12 nines on the Iowa tests. I thought I was smart, but I was smart in stuff that was fiction and didn't have any relevance to the real world and how things are really done. Everything I learned was to deceive me and to mislead me and to put me in a position that's subservient. So I've been on this journey a long time. And as I find truth, I check it out or whatever. And I found that there are people out there who are doing things the right way according to the system, the way the system was designed, and they're loving their lives. And then you got the people that complain, that hate their lives. They got these bills, they got these foreclosures, they got all these other things coming at them. They don't know how to deal with them. It's because they don't have the information. It's not anybody's fault if they don't have the information. Now, once you have an opportunity to get the information, that's where the weight falls on you, because now you have the opportunity to make a change if that's what your spirit and soul desires. With this information, I've been able to go to the acts, to the legislation, and find not only does it sit there on the books approved by the people that approve things, but it's also in play and being used every day.
Yes, Lord.
And it's not hidden. All of that gatekeeping stuff that people be talking about, it's not no gate. You the gatekeeper.
Yep.
Everything that's stopping you from doing anything is inside of you, because the procedures to do things are there. And if you follow the procedures, they cannot deny you.
And that's what it's all about.
By law. We talk about these clerks and all of that stuff. Them people don't be knowing, like Freak just said, them people don't be knowing what you talking about when you come in there with that guru paperwork with them signs and drips of blood and upside down crosses and secret signs to get you to nowhere. But the paperwork can't sit there in front of their face just because you sent it in there and you put your signs, seals, and codes on it. It's not going to sit there. Either they're going to approve it because they recognize it, or they're going to send it to someone else who can look at it later on to determine whether or not you have any validity or if it's something that they need to do. But either way, you're not getting the results because you've been misinformed and you don't have the information. Now, this is an opportunity to get that information, to get the right knowledge the right way. And it's not about the finances, because these guys, they're spending their time doing the same thing that you're doing, which is learning about how these things go. So if any investment is to be put on a scale of measurable, then make it the scale of the time that you have to spend in order to be able to get the information, learn what the information is and how it applies to you and your situation. That's more important than anything else, and that's what your real investment is. Midwest, he wasn't lying. Everybody's situation is the priority of the individual. Each individual has their own set of priorities and things that they need to do, that they're trying to do. And there's no cookie cutter. There's no templates. You can't get a template because your situation is going to be different, and everything has to be adjusted. So it's better to know what the act says.
He talking that shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you know it, how can you go in there? How can you go into their offices, King, and they tell you no or anything like that?
You can't, not being fully compliant. What?
I went somewhere, and this was last week. I went somewhere and I was talking to some people in one of them places about some stuff, and they told me that they needed to see my whole set of paperwork. I pulled my Iowa code out that rules over that, and I told them right there, and I showed them right there, this is the rule that you have to go by, and the rule says that you don't get to see that. That's private. And if you insist on it, then I'll see you in court, because that's what it says right here. I have a claim against you just by you telling me that you need to see it. And if you try to make any demands for me, then I'm going to hold you on that. And I can go into that a little bit without going into it too deep. But we were talking about some trust business, and I presented my certificate of trust, and they told me they needed to see the whole trust, and I told them, no, you don't. No, you don't. That's private, and I'm gonna show you right here where it says in the legislation that you can't even ask me what it contains. We got everything situated, but I had to educate them on that, because they somehow thought that they could squeeze me and tell me that they needed to look inside of my arrest and see what was in there, and it's not happening. But if you don't know that, if I didn't know that, they could have squoze me and told me, well, we can't do nothing for you. You can't move forward unless you do this, unless you do that. And there are laws and legislations in place that says that they can't do that.
Yeah.
hmm So that's a good thing, man. Spend the time to learn what the rules say about you and your stuff. A lot of us know about the stuff that's going on in the social media and in the news and stuff, but what do you know about you and your stuff?
Well, my main thing when you come over here, my main thing is making sure that you get it.
Oh, I get it. And you know that's the funny thing about you too. That's the funny thing about you, man. You will literally stop 24, 25 people in their tracks and make sure that one who displays a little bit of misunderstanding or lack of understanding, you make sure that they get it. And that's commendable, because that takes a lot of focus on what your end goal is.
Indeed. Ain't no big eyes and little U's.
So I can understand people's frustrations. I get frustrated too. I done been 23 times plus some. It don't get but the thing you can't do is you can't give up, and you can't not believe in what you believe in, because no one's gonna do it for you except you. And I understand. I get that part. But once you got the information, you got everything that you needed, but it just takes the time to digest the information and put it together the way it needs to be put together. And then you ask yourself, well, how do I know how it needs to be put together? Well, anything that you're trying to do, they're going to have a procedure for it, and they're going to map out the procedure for you step by step. And a lot of times they'll even give you examples.
Yeah.
You follow what they're saying to do, and stop asking, can you do this and can you do that? Because what you're saying is, I refuse to comply, I refuse to be compliant, and I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna cut the corner, I'm gonna jump the line. I don't care how they say they want it. It should be good enough like this because I'm the one who's doing it, and that doesn't work.
Damn sure don't.
It's gonna get you closed. You're gonna have a pile of that paper on that other desk, not the desk that's getting processed. And these people don't know. I got heirs, man, and I got grown heirs, and they got miseducated the same way I did. I got to reformat their mental to the point of where they understand that everything is fiction and can make the adjustments to make decisions based on what's really going on as opposed to what's been presented.
Exactly.
But that takes patience and understanding of what you really know and being able to stand on it and show them the way King show us in the paperwork. Hey, it says this right here, right here, and right here. This is what they go by, not what we've been told.
Not what we feel like or want, or if it's easier, or none of that shit. Tell them, Charles, none of that shit.
It just don't work.
It's what exists within the legislation. It's what exists within the codification. It's what exists within
the framework has already been placed.
That's it.
And might I mention, we are witnessing the largest, greatest, biggest, most massive wealth transfer in the history of this planet right now.
Yes, Lord. Yeah, but that's only for those that know how to take advantage of it. It's easy to say, but the wealth that's being transferred, they still see it being transferred into the same hands. And they don't see how it's relative to them right now. You dig what I'm saying?
No, it's theirs. They have it already. They just got to step up and claim it.
That's it.
Someone told me a long time ago, you have nothing because you've claimed nothing. What have you claimed? No, I was told that, and the person who told me that, you know, you know, King. That's what he told me, and I
Yes,
was like,
Lord.
okay, I was like, okay, and that means with everything. If these people
Yes.
got you, you know what we have a problem with, King. We have a problem if my name is John. If you call me James, then we got a problem because you called me out of my name. But these people can call these folks anything, and they won't step up and say, "Hey, man, let me correct the record here. You've been misaddressing me, or misaligning me, or misnomering me as this, but that's not me. This is what I am. This is who I am, and this is how I get down."
That's right. Your
Okay,
refusal to
little nigga.
correct your own record is your agreement with someone else creating it.
Mm-hmm.
Point blank, period. Ain't no in
We'll stand
between.
on anything but business.
Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about that shit. Ain't no in between. Ain't no nothing. Just that. Just that. Only that. That's it.
Yeah, so we fortunate to have the opportunity to be able to have access to the truth, and inside of each one's soul, that should resonate, man. It should be like a magnet, just like the ether is, and just like we breathe in water right now. It should resonate with you that, man, the truth is the only thing that's going to not only set me free, but it's also going to be the light, and it's also going to be stranger than fiction because it's right here and it's right for me.
Yes, Lord. And understand something. Please understand this. And I've been on the same shit the entire time. It's not me. It doesn't belong to me. I'm not giving you anything. I'm showing you what's there and available to you that's yours already.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. This is not no original work of King V, no original IP. This is the established law and legislation and the framework that goes according, right?
Yes, Lord.
What the institutions gotta
Exactly.
go by, what your ass gotta go by if you're utilizing the institutions to do what you're trying to do. It's just that simple. But I don't care who you is, man. I don't give a fuck if you call yourself a guru or any of that shit. It's not the credit is not for me. What you come and receive and get, the shit belong to you to begin with, and when you leave with it, is yours. I don't need your praise. I don't need your friendship. None of that shit. Whatever is your hang up, believe it ain't mine.
Come get the information.
If I can help you, that's precisely what's going to happen, and that's it. You ain't never going to hear me talk about, yeah, so and so got that shit from me, and they wouldn't be this or that if it wasn't without me. Ever, and I stand on that right here on live under recording. There will never be a time where that shit happens.
Not at all.
I don't care if you want our relationship to remain anonymous. I won't never cross that line. Get what you got to get.
It's worth the jump, but I'm gonna tell you this: you can't be bungee jumping and letting somebody else pack your parachute. Y'all better learn to pack your own parachutes.
That shit sound terrible. God damn, Charles.
Can't let another motherfucker pack you. Shoot.
You falling, you free falling, bro. When you pull that string and don't nothing come out, you only get a maybe a blink or whatever to have that thought or whatever before you smashed.
Oh, pancake. Bring out the spatulas.
Yes, Lord.
But your mind is different when you pull that string and you know you packed the chute because you got a 1,000% expectancy of that chute not only opening but working properly.
Indeed.
I can't count the information that I have come across, that I've been directed to, that I've been pointed to, that is so relevant to everything that's being done. And it's all like by the acts and stuff. And, it's different when somebody can tell you some stuff, but when you know it yourself and you read it and you know how it works, can't nobody just tell you anything or mislead you or deny you or send you somewhere else. If you got something coming and you got a absolute right for it, then you can get your stuff because you have an absolute right for it and you know how to stand on it. But if you don't know what it says, whatever, then people could tell you anything.
That's right.
He or she don't have to do nothing but misquote something and throw everything off and have you thinking that you don't have a right to something but if you know that you have a right to it, then you know how to address that properly.
I just thank the Most High for opening my eyes, my understanding. That's it.
Yes.
Not after that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful feeling. And just join the club. Just join the club. Join the party.
Yes, Lord. Oh, mamas.
And they got the thing eyes wide shut.
Yes, Lord.
And that thing hand wide open.
Yep.
Midwest, you stay on that.
Smack the shit out of me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I already know.
Right there. You talking to riddles now, y'all. Man, it's so cold. The cars don't even want to go. That's crazy. Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Make sure y'all secure y'all seats. We'll see y'all there. Straight up. Peace
We
out.
did a
What up, dog? Tim, what it do?
Tim Fair.
we did a 10-day and then a 5-day, and that was one of the best 15-day stretches that I've ever experienced.
Well, I appreciate that.
I was looking for more, bro. It didn't matter. I mean, the people around me, it was looking like, and I couldn't express to them what was really going on because they're not on the level where their minds will allow them to accept the truth just yet. But I felt like I was getting elevated, man. And every time I would have to get up and move around or whatever, I had to check to see if my feet were still on the ground. I felt like I was floating.
I appreciate that.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We'll see y'all tomorrow on Telegram with a little overview. You know, before Friday. You know how we do it. Yes, Lord. Let's secure your seat and get there. Until next time, peace out.
Peace.
Peace and love.
They gonna drop y'all, right? But just be cool. Because once it's done, it's gonna put y'all back up. So be cool. Here we go.
All right.
All right, Vanny. Peace and love. Yeah, it's gonna drop everybody.
Vadi. Everybody, you see Vadi down there. I'll see you in the back office.